16-year-old Nyla Colon. A daughter, a sister, a teenager with fragile health. On July 27, 2025, she disappeared. The last sighting placed her near Roosevelt Highway and Mallory Road. Then nothing. No calls, no trace. Her family woke to silence. They say Nyla would never just leave. With a brain tumor and seizures, every hour matters. Investigators call it urgent. A missing teen with medical needs. The search begins, but the answers aren't there. What happened to Nyla? Who saw her last? And why has no trace been found? Tonight, we follow the investigation. Each detail connects to the next. Each missing piece builds the chain. Nyla Colon, a teenager who vanished into the night, and a family still searching for the truth. Welcome to Detective Daniel Files, where we uncover the stories, the mysteries and the truths behind some of the most gripping crime cases. Before we dive in, I want to know your name and where you're watching from. Drop it in the comments. I read every one of them. Nyla wasn't just another face in the community. She was a teenager living with serious medical challenges. A brain tumor, seizures, her health was fragile, and every day required care. That is why her disappearance isn't just troubling, it's dangerous. Without her medication, every hour matters. Her family knows this. They tell investigators Nyla would never simply walk away. She was close to home. She was timid. She stayed near family. For police, that detail changes everything. This is not a runaway case. It is a missing persons case with life-threatening stakes, and it leaves investigators asking, if Nyla didn't leave by choice, then who or what took her away? It's July 27th, 12:30 a.m., the place Roosevelt Highway and Mallory Road in South Fulton. That's the last confirmed sighting of 16-year-old Nyla Colon. Witnesses recall her clothing, a Lilo and Stitch hoodie, black shoes, details that now stand as the final image of her known movements. At just 5'2" and about 120 pounds, Nyla was small. She could vanish quickly, unnoticed in the dark, and that's exactly what happened. But why there? Why then? What brought her to that stretch of road after midnight? That single question drives investigators, because when you look at the timeline, nothing about that night feels ordinary. Nyla disappears in minutes, no calls, no messages, no trace. And in a case like this, every minute matters. The location, the time, the clothes. Each one is a clue, but none of them explain how she simply vanished. By morning, panic sets in. Nyla's family starts calling her phone. No answer. They send texts. None are read. Her mother knows something is wrong. With Nyla's seizures, time isn't just passing, it's working against her. Every hour without medication increases the danger. The family refuses to believe she left by choice. They describe her as quiet, cautious and close to home. To them, disappearance doesn't fit her. Her mother's voice breaks. She would never walk away. Something's wrong. That plea marks the turning point. This isn't just worry, it's fear. A fear that forces the first wave of questions. If Nyla didn't walk away, then what happened? Did someone take her? Was she forced? Or did her medical condition overwhelm her that night? Questions that push the family into action and bring police to their door. South Fulton police take the report. The standard questions come first. Did she run away? Is she hiding with friends? The family's answer is firm. No. They know Nyla. She wouldn't disappear. Not with her condition. Not without telling anyone. With a brain tumor and seizures, this case isn't routine. It's life or death. That urgency forces police to move quickly. Detective Erica Allen is assigned. She begins by collecting the basics. Last sighting, clothing, habits, health records. But in missing persons, the first hours matter most. And by the time the report is filed, the trail is already cold. No pings from her phone. No cameras pointing the right way. No obvious witnesses. It leaves investigators with a troubling reality. Finding Nyla will not be simple, and every delay only deepens the risk. Neighbors recall seeing nothing unusual. No suspicious cars. Just an ordinary night. Police check for cameras. Most point the wrong way. None catch what matters. No clear image of Nyla. No sign of where she went. Volunteers gather. They walk along Roosevelt Highway. Flashlights sweep across ditches and fields. Every shadow is checked. Her name is called out over and over. Nyla. Nyla. The words cut through the dark. The search turns up nothing. No hoodie. No shoes. No clue left behind. Only silence answers back. And with each passing hour, that silence grows heavier. The question deepens. How does a girl vanish in the open, without anyone seeing a thing? Investigators focus on one detail that changes everything. Nyla's health. She has a brain tumor. She suffers seizures. She needs medication to stay stable. If she's out there without it, the danger grows by the hour. Every seizure risk increases. Every delay makes survival less certain. This is no longer just a missing teenager. It is a potential medical emergency. Police move quickly. The language shifts. Flyers warn of urgent health concerns. Calls go out to hospitals and clinics. The goal is clear. If Nyla appears anywhere in need of care, someone must recognize her. For detectives, the urgency is now undeniable. Finding Nyla isn't just about bringing her home. It's about saving her life. By day 2, the story breaks beyond the family and police. Local news outlets pick it up. Photos of Nyla begin to circulate. Her face appears on TV. Her name runs across the ticker. Flyers are printed and handed out. They go up near malls, bus stops and grocery stores. Anywhere people might stop and look. On social media, the search spreads even faster. Posts are shared. Hashtags appear. Friends, neighbors, strangers. Everyone reposts her photo. The headline is direct. 16-year-old girl missing. Urgent health concerns. For the first time, the community begins to mobilize. Eyes are now on the case. Pressure grows for answers. But behind the headlines, one truth remains. Awareness is growing, yet Nyla is still missing. At a press gathering, Nyla's family stands before cameras. Their faces tell the story. Fear, exhaustion, desperation. Her father's voice shakes as he pleads for help. Her sister clutches a photo, holding it up so no one can look away. She would never leave us, her mother says. Please, if you've seen her, call. The words echo across TV screens. They spread on social media clips. The message is simple, but urgent. Bring Nyla home. But even as the appeals reach thousands, the leads do not come. Tips remain thin. The silence grows louder, and investigators face a painful reality. Public attention doesn't always mean progress. For the family, hope holds steady. For police, the mystery only deepens. 1 hour into Nyla's disappearance timeline, the gaps are undeniable. No sightings, no surveillance footage, no calls from her phone. Just a girl in a hoodie, vanishing into the night. For her family, the silence is unbearable. For investigators, the case grows colder with each passing minute. The evidence is thin, the questions are heavy, and the answers remain out of reach. In hour 2, we follow the investigation as it deepens. The search parties, the media pressure, and the painful questions that refuse to fade. Where is Nyla Colon? And what really happened the night she disappeared? As we enter the second hour, urgency sharpens the search. Where could Nyla be? Investigators retrace her last known steps. Roosevelt Highway, Mallory Road, every corner, every path, every ditch is checked. Flashlights cut through the night. Officers knock on doors. Neighbors are questioned again. But no trace emerges. No hoodie, no shoes, no phone. The silence is unnerving. It feels as if Nyla vanished without leaving a single footprint. For detectives, the trail is colder than expected. And for her family, the weight grows unbearable. The search continues, but the mystery only deepens. Detective Erica Allen takes the lead on Nyla's case. She wastes no time reaching out to the public. A phone number, an email address, clear points of contact for anyone with information. Every detail is pushed to news outlets. Local stations broadcast her appeal. Reporters share her contact details on air and online. It's rare for police to move this quickly. Standard protocol often waits for leads. But in this case, the urgency is unmistakable. A 16-year-old girl, a brain tumor, a history of seizures. For Nyla Colon, the risk is real, and investigators know delay could be deadly. On Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Nyla's face begins to spread. Flyers that once hung on store windows now flood timelines. Her photo is reshared thousands of times. Captions read, "Missing urgent health concerns." Hashtags multiply. Find Nyla. Bring Nyla home. Friends tag one another, urging people to pay attention. Community groups take notice. They ask hard questions. Is Nyla being held? Did someone lure her away? Could she have trusted the wrong person? The internet buzz grows. In comments, strangers debate possibilities. Some point to the location, Roosevelt Highway, a stretch known for traffic but quiet after dark. Others speculate about who she last spoke to. But for every post shared, one question hangs in the air. Why is there still no confirmed sighting? Digital searches spread awareness, but awareness is not evidence. And as investigators scroll through endless posts, they face the truth. Likes and shares can't replace solid leads. Nyla is still missing, and the silence in the real world continues. Behind the flood of posts and hashtags lies a harsh reality. Nyla is not just a missing teenager. She is a patient, a girl living with a brain tumor, a girl vulnerable to seizures. Without her medication, her body is at risk. Every hour matters. Each one pushes her further into danger. Detectives know this isn't a typical runaway alert. This is a countdown, the kind where the clock is louder than the evidence. They ask the same questions again and again. How long before her health fails? How long before the seizures return? And then comes the harder question. How long before the trail grows too cold to follow? For Nyla's family, those thoughts are unbearable. For police, they are unavoidable. This is not just a search for a missing girl. It is a race against time, and the clock is moving fast. Neighbors, friends, even strangers begin to gather. together. They refuse to sit and wait. A search party forms, determined to bring Nyla home. They walk the fields. They check ditches along Roosevelt Highway. Abandoned lots are searched, one by one. Flashlights sweep the darkness. Her name is called again and again. Nyla, Nyla. The sound carries into the night, but there is no answer. Every passing hour feels heavier. Hope pushes them forward, but exhaustion sets in quickly. They search the same ground more than once, desperate not to miss anything. A shoe, a piece of clothing, any trace that she was there. But the searches end the same way they begin. Empty. No sign of her. No clue left behind. The absence grows louder. For the community, it is unthinkable. How can so many eyes see nothing? How can a girl vanish so completely? Her mother steps in front of cameras once again. Her voice is strained but firm. Please. She is sick. She needs her medication. Whoever has her, bring her home. These are not rehearsed statements. They are cries of desperation, spoken by a parent who knows every hour without treatment is dangerous. Her sister turns to social media, posting videos through tears. She shares photos, pleads for anyone who might have seen Nyla to come forward. Her father makes late-night calls, reaching out to friends, to contacts, to anyone who might know something. He refuses to stop. The family clings to hope, but fear presses harder with each passing day. To them, Nyla is not just a missing person. She is a daughter fighting against time, and their message is clear. Someone out there knows something. Someone holds the piece that could bring her back. As days pass without answers, whispers begin to grow. Was Nyla abducted? Did someone know her route that night? Could a car have been waiting near Roosevelt Highway? Neighbors start to talk. Stories circulate, unverified, but impossible to ignore. Some recall unusual cars in the area. Others wonder if she was lured by someone she trusted. Police remain cautious. They won't confirm details. They won't speculate. Their statements stay focused on facts. Nyla is missing, and her medical needs make the case urgent. But speculation fills the silence. Every theory fuels the mystery. Some point to abduction. Others raise the possibility of trafficking. Still, one truth remains. Despite all the talk, hard evidence is scarce. No confirmed sightings. No physical trace. No clear lead. For investigators, that lack of evidence is the most troubling part. And for the community, it makes the fear even harder to shake. By the end of the week, Nyla's story spreads beyond South Fulton. Regional outlets begin to cover it. Her photo now appears on larger platforms, reaching thousands more homes. Urgent headlines capture attention. Teen girl with brain tumor missing. For viewers, the stakes are chilling. A child in danger. A medical clock ticking down. For the family, the spotlight brings mixed emotions. It offers hope. More people searching. More eyes watching. But it also brings pressure. Every interview forces them to relive their fear. Every headline reminds them she is still gone. Police welcome the exposure. They know wider coverage can generate tips. Yet even with more attention, the reality remains the same. The lines stay open. Calls are logged, but solid leads are rare. Awareness grows by the day. Still, the one thing that matters most, finding Nyla, remains out of reach. And so we arrive here. 2 hours into this investigation, Nyla Colon is still missing. The evidence remains thin. No confirmed sightings. No recovered belongings. No clear leads. The questions weigh heavy. How does a teenager in a hoodie vanish without a trace? How does a medical crisis disappear into silence? Her family refuses to give up. They stand before cameras. They search neighborhoods. They hold on to hope. But the truth is hard. A clock is ticking. And each passing day without answers makes the search more desperate. Where is Nyla? Who holds the key to her disappearance? This case is not over. Until she is found, the story of Nyla Colon remains open.